Brakta Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh, Brakta Yahweh, Brakatha Yahweh, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled Babal, the aftermath of a confused state. Lord, will you are edified. Isaiah 34 and verse 11. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. Possess what? Possess America. All right. This will happen once Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai destroys America, utilizing nuclear activity, nuclear missiles. All right. So he's going to have Russia to spearhead shooting missiles on America, and etc. Okay? The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. These will be the new tenants of America. And he shall stretch out on it the line of confusion. All right? This is how America will look post destruction. And the stones of emptiness. As you can see, this is America before it's nuked, right? Here you have Texas, and you see how Texas is carved into the demographic of so-called United States. And above Texas, you have Oklahoma. To the left of Texas, you have New Mexico. And above New Mexico, you have Colorado. And to the right of Colorado, you have Kansas. To the left of Colorado, you have Utah. And right above Utah and Colorado, you have Wyoming. Okay? As you can see, you can tell these states one from another, right? Let's go to Joel, the 2nd chapter. Two and 1. Blow you the trumpet in Zion. That means what? Symbolic. Going into how the prophets are prophesying the second coming of Yahushua. And sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord Yahweh come, for it is near or close at hand. Verse 2, a day of darkness, this is literal, and of gloominess, literal. A day of clouds and of thick darkness, literal. As the morning spread on the mountains, a great people and a strong, referring to what? Nuclear missiles. There has not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. And this means what? That Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai will use nuclear technology for one time only. Verse 3, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burn. Going into the missiles, right? The land is as the Garden of Eden before them. Eden in Hebrew means what? Aidan, which means paradise. Hence America, prior to nuclear contact, right? You have Mississippi, and to the right of Mississippi, Alabama, and to the right of Alabama, Georgia, and below Georgia, Florida, right? The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. Escape what? Nuclear missiles. And these nuclear missiles will destroy America and leave America as a desolate wilderness. Case in point. Let's go back to Isaiah 34 and verse 11. right? Now back into Joel 2 and 3. And behind them a desolate wilderness. Now remember, and he, referring to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, shall stretch out on it the line of confusion, leaving America as a desolate wilderness. Okay? It will no longer look like this on a map. Okay? Confusion, right? Goes into the Hebrew. Strong's H 8414 pronounced as Tha Hawa. Tha Hawa. Which means what? Wasteland. Wilderness. Wasteland, wilderness of solitary places. See, America is going to be a solitary place after nuclear destruction, right? Going back into what? Joel 2 and 3. And behind them a desolate wilderness, that line of confusion, yea, and nothing shall escape them. And if you can receive this in the spirit, America is modern day Babylon. And according to, I think it's 2 Kings 24 and verse 10. At that time, the servants of Nebu, Salakia. 2 Kings 24 and 10. At that time, the servants of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, came up against Jerusalem, and the city was besieged. Let's focus on Babylon. According to the Hebrew, Strong's H 894, pronounced as Babal, which means what? Confusion by mixing. Confusion by mixing. Not only the language, right, but also the potential landmass going into the post-destruction of America being hit. Confusion by mixing. Now let's go to Isaiah 34 and verse 11. And he shall stretch out on it the line of confusion. And again, confusion by mixing. Mixing what? Once America becomes this wilderness due to nuclear capability, nuclear activity, you're not going to be able to tell Texas from Oklahoma, or Arkansas from Tennessee, or Mississippi from Alabama, or Illinois from Indiana, okay? Because it's going to be a confusion by mixing. And this is due to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, sending nuclear missiles on America. All right? This is all prophetic. You're not going to be able to tell Kentucky from West Virginia, or Tennessee from North Carolina, or Alabama from Georgia, right? And this further indicates what? Nomen omen, name prediction, confusion by mixing. Okay. Back into Isaiah 34 and verse 11. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it, the owl also, and the raven shall dwell in it, and he shall stretch out on it the line of confusion, hence Babal, right? Meaning what? These different state lines, okay, will be destroyed. And you're not going to be able to tell one state from another. And the stone of emptiness, right? Now let's get a visual. And dear YouTube, this is only used for fair use purpose only. Again, for fair use purpose only. As you can see, this video is entitled Top 10 Nuclear Bomb Scenes in Movies. And that's the point, and that's the reason why. Draw on it the line of confusion, okay? Due to nuclear wind from Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. And another point, I thought about this prior to the video. As you can see this map, right? And you see how Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai designed the United States. Okay, so, for example, he drew in the state of Washington, the state of Oregon, and the state of Idaho, right? So let's say the Most High, from a symbolic standpoint, use a stick to draw the United States in sand, all right? Now, what happens, when a strong wind comes? Okay, it destroys, okay, what you have drawn in the sand. Case in point. Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth. All right, and this is happening now, holding the 4 winds of the earth, which is symbolic for nuclear destruction, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And once the Most High allows this nuclear wind to blow on America, what are you going to have? The line of confusion. Okay? Hey, all praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah Bashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity. Shalom.